Let's go ahead and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. Today is May 5th. Welcome to the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. I'm Aaron Mays. I'm serving as the chair this year, representing District 3. On my left is Commissioner Bill Rippon, representing District 1, and on my right is Commissioner Kevin Cook, representing District 2. Good morning.
Morning.
First item, please.
Item 3, consent agenda.
We have 4 items on the consent agenda. I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
New business A, number 1, consider all voucher payments.
There are no out of the ordinary items to note. Total vouchers as of May 4th, 2022 is $953,626.57. If there's no questions or comments, I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item B, county counselor, number 1.
Oh, we got correction orders.
Oh, correction orders, I'm sorry.
Yeah, A2.
I'll move for approval.
Okay, motion's been, I'll second. Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Mays, and just for clarification, this is item A2, the correction orders.
A2, thank you.
Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 3-0. Thank you. Next item, please.
All right, item B, county counselor, number 1, consider authorization and execution of Contract C-138-2022, amendment to Contract C-533-2012 with Heart of America Food Services, LLC, to extend agreement of the management and operation of food concession and other services for the Stortmont Valley Event Center through December 31, 2022.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jim Krause, Shawnee County Counselor. This item that we request your approval for is simply an extension of an existing contract to extend the term. It's set to expire August 31st. This would extend the term to December 31st and make it run at the same time and the same term with our current management contract. Most people don't realize we have a separate contract with Heart of America, this company that has exclusive rights for food and beverage vending at the facility, separate from our management contract with Spectra. And we are preparing to issue an RFP for this food and beverage service contract since it has been in place for 10 years. This extension will give us a little bit more time to sort through that and sort through what we're going to do with the current management contract that is set to expire at the end of the year. I'll be happy to answer any additional questions. Mr. Lohmeyer, who's the principal with this, couldn't be here today for personal reasons.
Any questions?
No. I'll move for approval.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Next item, please.
Item C, facility management, number 1, consider authorization and execution of Contract C-137-2022, amendment to Contract C-80-2022 with Shawnee Company for the design build services of 707 Southeast Quincy.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nelda Henning, Director of Facilities Management. This is the amendment to the contract we currently have with Shawnee to set our GMP, our guaranteed maximum price, for the work at 707. The bids came back very well, and we're also glad to say that the bidders are, or the awarded bidders are local to the Shawnee County. So the money is staying in Shawnee County as we had hoped. The items not included in this price were the furniture that was previously purchased and IT cabling, which is being handled by a vendor that works closely with Shawnee County IT in doing the cabling in the project. So that would be the only thing that is in addition to what you see in front of you. This is a change to what we had originally anticipated as the budget for the project. The SPARK committee reviewed the additional cost and approved it or recommended approval to you. And I'd be happy to answer any questions. I'd like to say that Matt McGivern and Kenny are here to speak from Cine if you have any questions.
Any questions for Nelda or for the folks from Cine?
If we might have some of the folks from Cindy come up and just kind of give us an eye view of how things are going so far and where they anticipate kind of things being.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kenny Harder with Cine Company. Just a brief overview of how the project's going with the tight schedule and timeline that we have. We've been able to facilitate some of the pre-purchase stuff for equipment. So our HVAC equipment should be delivering here about the third week of May, which is good. We were able to facilitate the framing. To get started framing, about 80% of first floor has been framed up, starting framing on third floor. We worked early on with doors and hardware, because doors and hardware right now are 26 to 28 weeks out, so we were able to tie those down early, so we were able to get door frames and the majority of the doors, and we've made provisions for the fire doors that we need, so we've got that covered. Asbestos abatement should be complete. Looks like we're going to be complete with it probably Tuesday of next week. They've got second floor abated. They're working on first floor and in the basement right now. So overall, schedule-wise, we're right on track. Maybe about a week ahead of schedule right now for the August 18th completion date, move-in date.
Great. Sounds good. Thank
Any
you.
other questions?
No?
Nope. All
Thank you.
Thanks, Kenny. Any other questions for Nelda?
I'd move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please. Thank you, Nelda.
Item D, Audit Finance. Number 1, Financial Report for March 31st, 2022.
Good morning. I'm here today with the financial overview as of March 31st, so for our first quarter. And I will start with total revenue. We had total revenue through March of $59,415,300. That is slightly under budget, $333,000. And I say slightly because it's 0.28%, which is 1/4%. So that's why I say it's slightly under budget. And then this chart shows all the different categories that I will go into individually. The first category is property tax revenue. We received $53,446,775. That is $459,000 under budget, which is about less than 1% of our total property taxes that we expect for the year, about 0.5%. The next category is other taxes. We received $3,719,432. That is $46,000 under budget, so right on budget. Charges for services, we received $1,431,146. That is $138,000 over budget, and mostly that is from the DOC, from federal and city services that we've provided them. And then the last is other revenue. We've received $817,948, and that is $34,000 over budget, and it's spread throughout the departments. So this is our pie chart. 90% of our revenue has been received from property taxes, 6% from other taxes. Charges for services is 3%, and other revenue of 1%. Now we go on to the expenditure side. we have expended through March 31st, $27,791,939, and that is 18,000 under budget. So that is about as close to budget as we could possibly get. It is 0.02% or 0.02%. So we are right on budget, as this chart shows, and it shows the different categories. Our first category is law enforcement. We've spent $13,348,508. That is $555,000 under budget, so a positive variance, and that is mostly in the sheriff's office and DOC. Next category is recreation. We spent $5,160,852. That is $145,000 over what I had budgeted, but that is just a timing difference. As we have gone into more contracts, we set up the total amount of that contract as an encumbrance, and so it's just a timing issue between the months on that. The next category is public works. Spent $2,572,915. That is $80,000 under budget, and that's mostly attributable to the appraiser's office. Public health is next. We spent $2,024,692, and that is right on budget. Administrative services, we spent $3,893,749. That one is actually $470,000 over budget. That's attributable mostly to three things. One is a timing difference in when we purchased postage this year. That we buy that in 120,000 increments, and it's just a timing difference between this year and prior years. Then $250,000 of that is for capital outlay that we had, that you as the commission made the decision to use $250,000 in reserves for capital, for transfer to capital outlay. So that is $250,000, and then we had $91,000 in interest for tax refunds for tax that went through BODA and tax reductions, and then we have to pay interest on that money because we held that money until they received the exemption. Then the last category is debt service. We spent $791,223. That is right on budget. So here's our chart that just shows the different categories. And then here's our pie chart. So 48% of our expenditures were for law enforcement. Recreation was 19%. Public works, 9%. Public health, 7%. Administrative services, 14%. And debt service is 3%. And that debt service is just the interest for the first half of the year. Since it is the end of the quarter, I usually show the total costs. The costs that I showed for public works prior to this was just from the general fund. And there's so many other funds that are used for public works projects. And so at the end of each quarter, I show you all of the different funds and all of the different expenditures and how much in total has been spent for public works. So you can see from general fund, project funds, the Willard Bridge debt service, that is debt service that we pay to the state on a zero interest loan, so we only pay principal. And then the sewer districts and townships, the special equipment fund, and then capital outlay fund. So the total amount that's been spent for public works through the first quarter was $6,146,131. Then the same thing for Parks and Rec. They also, as you can see, have many different funds that expenditures come out of. The largest for them is general fund, but then there's also the Parks and Rec revolving fund, and then the Parks and Rec building maintenance fund, the excess reserves, which this is the last portion of those excess reserves that had been given to them, then the capital outlay fund, and then the parkland acquisition funds. So the total amount that has been spent for Parks and Rec through the first quarter through all the funds is $6,601,435. Are there any questions?
Questions for Betty?
I do not have any.
None.
Thank you, Betty.
Thank you.
All right, next item, please.
Item 5, public comment.
I don't have anybody signed up. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak today? Seeing none. Next item, please.
Item 6, administrative communications.
All right.
Good morning, Commissioners. Angela Lewis with Human Resources. Everyone is aware that summer is fast approaching, and so is Memorial Day, so we are looking for our Parks and Rec positions to fill them this year. Pools open on May 28th, and we still need lifeguards and aquatics cashiers. We'd like everybody who needs a job this summer to please apply at www.snco.us/oasis. One thing that we haven't done in the past that we are doing this year, especially for lifeguards, is hiring 15-year-olds for lifeguards. And that's younger than we've done in the past, but if mom and dad have a 15-year-old who knows how to swim and would like to be a lifeguard, Tim has lots of open positions for them. And Tim is here if you have any questions. Thank you.
Great. Anyone else?
Good morning, Commissioners. Bill Sutton, Shawnee County Solid Waste. Just would like to remind the Commission and the general public that this Saturday, May 7th, the Household Hazardous Waste Facility is open for the monthly Saturday collection event. Hours is 9 until noon, so come on out. Weather is looking very good. Drop off your household hazardous waste. Address is 131 Northeast 46th Street, and for more information, please call 286-4381. Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Cole, Shawnee County Department of Corrections. I just wanted to get a brief update that the approval of the partnership with the Rotary of Topeka regarding our program with the release of female inmates and the transition into reentry is going very well. We're in the process of getting that set up and looking at the annex to be able to host that. Also was going to announce with the progress that we're showing with the Stepping Up initiative in Shawnee County that I will be joining several people from Ohio and Louisiana and present our Stepping Up in the upcoming National Sheriff's Association conference about stepping up and helping others. So I've been honored, selected, and it's an honor to be able to go there, so to be able to talk about that and represent Shawnee County. And the last thing is as we wind down National Correctional Recognition Week, we'll have our staff appreciation event today. We start where we feed all the staff on all the shifts. We stay there all day, and we're here on third shift from 8 in the morning till about 3 or 4 in the morning. We pay this out of our own pocket and stuff like that, just to say thank you to our staff. So that's all I have, but thank you.
Thanks, Brian. Anyone else? All right, Commissioner Rippon.
I have nothing to report.
All right, Commissioner Cook.
Nope.
All right. Quiet meeting today, so I don't have anything either, so next item, please.
Oh, well, we supposed to mention that yesterday was your birthday?
Yeah. Yesterday was my birthday.
But we don't sing, so.
You don't have to sing because it's not today, so I appreciate that. Thanks for bringing it up, though.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, next item, please.
Number 7, executive session.
We do not have a need for executive session today, so we are adjourned.